Imagine sitting quietly in a diner, minding your own business, when a racist cop walks up and pours hot coffee all over you, thinking you're powerless. But what he didn't know, the woman he just disrespected had raised someone who could end his entire career in seconds. It was a chilly Monday morning at a small-town diner in Georgia. The place was quiet, just the smell of fresh coffee and the sound of plates clinking. At the corner table sat Miss Evelyn, a soft-spoken black woman in her late 50s. She came there often, always ordering the same thing, black coffee and a slice of cornbread. She never bothered anyone. But that morning, things went differently. A uniformed police officer, known around town for his arrogant and racist remarks, walked in. He spotted Evelyn, sitting quietly by herself. Instead of just getting his coffee to go, he smirked and muttered under his breath loud enough for everyone nearby to hear. Some people don't belong in places like this. Evelyn didn't respond. She just kept sipping her coffee, calm and dignified. Her silence seemed to irritate him more. As he passed her table with his steaming cup, he suddenly tilted it, pouring hot coffee across her table and onto her lap. Gasps filled the diner. Evelyn flinched but didn't scream. She simply looked at him, her eyes calm but sharp, while the officer laughed under his breath and walked away toward the counter. The diner went silent. Everyone waited for Evelyn to break down or cause a scene. Instead, she quietly pulled a napkin, cleaned herself, and whispered, "You have no idea who you just disrespected." Minutes later, the diner door swung open. A tall man in uniform walked in, not a local cop, but a decorated federal officer. The patches on his jacket read, U.S. Marshal. He walked straight toward Evelyn, kissed her on the forehead, and said, "Morning, Mama. Sorry I'm late." The entire diner froze. Evelyn smiled softly and said, "It's all right, son. I was just telling this officer here about respect." The racist cop's face went pale. The U.S. Marshal turned, immediately recognizing him. He stepped close, his voice low but firm. "You just assaulted my mother, and you did in front of a room full of witnesses." The cop stammered, his arrogance gone. People in the diner started whispering, pulling out their phones. The marshal calmly pulled out his badge, slammed it on the counter, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Respect is earned. And today, you just lost yours." By the time the scene ended, the local officer was being escorted out, his career hanging by a thread. And Evelyn, she finished her cornbread in silence, her dignity shining brighter than ever.